right, hello. We are here with our very first episode of whatever this cast is called. I guess we'll come up with that in post, right? But I am Matthew Rasmussen, and I'm here joined by four lovely gentlemen today. You guys can introduce yourselves.
I'm Girthor Gaming.
Alright, I'm Will Blood. You can call me Luck. You can also call me Wiz. You can also call me the Wizard. You can also call me RudeDude.
Okay, RudeDude. I'm Matt Lang.
Rudy.
What's up? My name's Russell.
Yeah, we're all here today. We're doing episode 1 of the podcast, and let's get into some topics, gents. Okay. I think the first thing that a lot of us were talking about in previous situations was a lot of video games.
Should we start off with what's your favorite decade or
Decade ever? Do we have to be living?
Honestly, I think American culture died towards the end of the 2000s and hasn't recovered since.
So Paul's a 90s kid, got it.
I'm like 1890s.
That's the real decade.
Cool.
Now, I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure my favorite decade is going to be the 3080s. It's going to be sick.
I mean, we've been working up to it. It's, a lot of build up.
Andre 3000?
A lot of things planning.
Our boy. What were you saying?
Who doesn't love the 80s?
What's your favorite thing, Matt?
What's your favorite?
I don't know what my favorite decade is.
one.
I mean,
Throw it out.
One, dude.
There's a lot of good decades.
definitely not this decade, but
Yeah.
I mean, just don't take 3080 and 1990.
Worst timeline.
What about 1995?
That's not a decade.
No,
that's a specific
Dude,
year.
Paul's
yeah.
1990s, dude. So you can't take one anybody's picked.
Wait.
No, there's a 10-year period of time where it was just 1995 for 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, think
It was
about
called
it.
the 95.
Yeah, well, it's all perspective. If you're like a bug, your time goes by differently.
Yeah,
I don't think they
give
keep
you a
track of that.
perspective of how shitty this decade has been. I mean, Four Locos came out
Wait, don't tell me Four Locos came out post 2010.
yeah. I
Wait,
swear.
you kidding me?
It's got to be in the last
Well, we're gonna have to fact check that.
Yeah, speaking of Four Locos, that's my other name, the fifth Loco.
A moniker.
He's the man of a million aliases.
I don't know.
that's the worst sound effect to play. you had that in the
Dude,
chamber.
right, you're going to have to add the video in post, man.
Oh God!
Just to show them.
Nerf this.
Can that be the theme song?
No.
Okay. This kind of proves my disdain of the entire decade and a half in general. Four Locos came out in 2005.
Okay.
All right.
Good decade then. Good decade.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll choose the 2000s. All right, but let's move on to some.
Yeah, we didn't get decade.
All right, choose your decade.
I love in the people also search.
That's a hard
for
pick. I'm gonna go
your
1980s.
Smirnoff, Mike's Hard Lemonade, and then you have Gerber.
I'll go 1110s.
1110s?
Yeah.
So 1110 and 1120?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Classic.
Those are the...
I don't remember what happened then, but it was crazy.
What years?
It was a blur, really.
Yeah.
All right.
Now that we got our personalities out and and flying in the wind.
My favorite was the Crusades, because I am Gru. Yeah.
You cut that out in post.
Okay, so now let's get into a discussion topic.
I really want to discuss firearms.
maybe on the Politicast.
Okay.
Is that your other cast, Matt?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what are we calling this one? Because I feel like we should have introduced it.
We'll figure out later.
I'm politicurious.
We might call it. We could call it the Blast Cast.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
This is the blast cast. We're going to get blasted with your main man, Girthor Gaming, in the front head.
Let's figure that name out later.
Yeah, but for right now, let's get on to a discussion topic. So.
This is going to be a part of the uncut, unraw edition on our Patreon.
$80,000 tier.
Give us $10 and you can get this part.
$8 tier.
Anywho, so
Gaming.
Yeah, gaming.
With the end of the year coming up.
Yeah, end of the year.
There's been a lot of
A
games.
special gift for someone you love.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the gift they'll love. The Ouya.
So let's make this cast topical by announcing
love
like
Amazing
when
Flow.
we're doing this. So next week is Black Friday.
What year
It's
is
also,
this?
you know,
Sorry.
Thanksgiving
Wait, what year is this, Matt?
of 2019.
2000 and late.
What's the geocache?
What?
Shouldn't we let them know what year it is?
2019, November.
Yeah.
Late November 2019, the week before Thanksgiving.
All right. So are any of you guys?
Saturday, November 23rd, 2019, 5:40 p.m.
Is
Western Standard Time.
Okay.
Are
No,
any
we're
of-
not Pacific. Western.
Standard time.
Yeah, Western American time.
Okay, so
All right. Back
For sure.
I'm all standard, baby.
back on topic. Are any of you guys doing anything for Black Friday?
I haven't looked at any deals, so
Working.
homework.
I don't want to buy anything this year.
Nothing at all.
No, not from Black Friday. Every time I do it, it's like I buy a video game that I never played.
Oh my god.
Like Mighty Number 9 for
I'm
$5.
already buzzing.
Yeah.
What?
Dude,
The
those
Aminos.
aminos though.
We'll come to that topic in a minute.
Yeah, I don't have any money.
I got my
So I
outfit
can't
ready.
buy anything.
So nothing for Black Friday or anything. But
If
in
anyone wants to help me secure a PS4, I would appreciate it.
Look, if anyone wants to buy me Kirby's extra,
I got the
Epic
money
Honor.
for it.
so wait, we can discuss that then.
Yeah, the post
Yeah.
cast.
So
Party cast.
so why are you wanting a PS4, Powell?
I really want to play Death Stranding. I don't want to wait for it to come out on PC.
Yeah. What do you think about the mixed reviews by certain influencers?
I think a Hideo Kojima game is always polarizing, and I'm mainly going in looking to enjoy the experience because I find his ideas are always compelling, and I'm not expecting to play a perfect game. You know,
Mhm.
Is there such a thing as a perfect game?
Tetris.
I mean,
Which one?
I think you're biased. Biased. Whichever one of your aliases.
I mean, you're a man-made god, so I understand it. I mean, you single-handedly solved the Cold War with your Tetris skills. I don't. I'm in the same room as a celebrity.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
All right. Has anybody else here played Death Stranding?
Yes.
So Emlinger.
You've also played it.
Yes, I know, but I'm looking for other
Just in general?
other
Like, I mean-
experiences.
I think the game's pretty fun.
Mhm.
Like, you would think delivering packages from place to place to place would get kind of monotonous, but there's something that's kind of, like, fun about it.
That's what I find so compelling. It's such a mundane
Can I finish?
game mechanic. I'm gonna let you finish.
You just cut me off.
I'm
When I
bouncing-
finish my sentence.
I'm bouncing
You have to
off of
edit
you,
this.
Matt.
But no.
Fucking fucking Red Bull.
I don't drink Red Bull.
Maybe you should start.
No.
He's playing Death Stranding. He's got to be a monster man.
We'll take that sponsorship, Red Bull.
I have to drink 3 Red Bull. I have to drink 3 Monster Energy drinks to get up in the morning.
For 99 cents at Walmart. We want your sponsorship.
But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I can see people not liking it because it's like, oh, this is it, and then they don't look they don't want to go further, I guess. Like, because the game introduces stuff really gradually to where you're gonna keep having tutorial. Like, I think still even now I'm getting new tutorials about stuff.
How many hours are you in?
I don't know if I can check,
Okay.
but I got to be a fair chunk in.
Do you think there's a lot of content to the game, or do you think it's very bare bones?
I think what you're doing is kind of like bare bones, because since you're just delivering packages, it's really how far you want to go with it, because you could just keep going forward, like just do the bare minimum, just do your story missions and keep going.
Right.
You'll probably rush through it, but like there's depending on the person you're delivering to, there's some incentives there's like a little star system.
Right.
And getting the 5 stars
So you get extraneous content that way.
you get like you get more gear
Right.
when you help actually people out. And yeah, there's some incentive to do that, but if you don't want to do that, you could probably bomb rush your way through.
Yeah, because I brought this up earlier with Metal Gear Solid 5. It kind of like really rolls out the content very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of satisfying when you hit like endgame. Like you realize how much there actually is to do.
I mean, that game just bathed in side content.
I know. I enjoy it. Whatever.
But yeah, so I
How do
think
you think this compares to Fallout 4 VR?
I never played Fallout 4 VR. I actually never played a Fallout game, and I'm sticking with that.
I played New Vegas for like an hour. In Devo.
I saw the intro to 4 once.
I mean, I've seen parts of Fallout. It's like it's not like I've ever seen
I
it.
thought
Man, I've seen that intro probably like 5 times.
It's so weird to me because it's like, oh
It puts me
no,
to sleep.
it's a crisis, so then you just go out and do whatever you want. It's like, I don't know, it's weird.
Okay, so
Wait, so my thing about Death Stranding was like, are you getting bored at all? Like, why would people get bored of this game? Because that seems to be the
all
thing.
you're doing is delivering packages.
But like,
If you find that monotonous, you're gonna find
Is-
it boring very fast.
Are
Because
you-
It's like
exploring
every
the
MMO
world?
and stuff is like just simple.
but is like the world interesting? Are you?
I mean,
Is there things to see that,
you
you know?
hit some story content. It's like the map. So far, it's been split. Like I'm in the second area.
Is there a ding?
So this is
it's-
actually based on the United States.
There are demons.
but like, it doesn't look anything like the U.S.
You
like,
can't
you-
see
you
like
get-
landmarks.
Yeah,
or...
because
No,
Iceland.
It got wrecked really bad. Like you look at the U.S. map that's in there, and like the whole Midwest, up and down the like from the north to the south, there's just big craters everywhere on the map. Like the whole Midwest is like gone.
Oh,
That's good. That should reflect real life.
But like,
Sorry to all the Midwest fans
there's
out
a
there.
particular string of like Midwestern stuff that's just gone. Like more southern stuff. They're like in the direct middle. There's huge craters.
like Hardee's. Is that called?
What? But anyway,
everywhere there was a Hardee's, it just completely died.
Like
What, did they all
Waffle-
change to Carl's Jr.?
Yeah, every Waffle House was a nuclear bomb. Like
I mean, you're not wrong.
yeah, like right now,
nuclear bomb in my intestines.
I found that there because you build roads in the second area, and there's something about building roads that's very
What
satisfying.
about burning bridges?
No, you want to build
I'm great at
bridges.
that.
You don't burn bridges.
That's a metaphor for life.
You can actually take out people's bridges though.
That's
Like
what-
oh, this placement of this bridge is really bad, and you're taking up space, so it's just like destroy it.
Can you destroy it in one fell swoop, or is it like
It kind of deconstructs itself. You don't actively like.
Oh, so
punch
you
it or anything.
you uptick it or downtick it basically?
I think at any point, I think it's for your game world,
Yeah.
like your instance specifically. But you go up to it and it's like, I don't like where this bridge is at, even though it takes a lot of resources to build, and it's like, oh yeah, get rid of it.
That's cool.
Because I think the way areas work is you have so much network to work with,
Right.
and if there's too much stuff in the network, you can't build like better stuff.
Oh, really?
Like the roads are kind of their own thing, but like
so that's
bridges,
how you curate your own experience through that.
kind of like.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's really helpful seeing like people's stuff. It's really neat because you don't need PS Plus with that game,
That's good.
and you
Interesting.
because the game really, that's a huge part of it,
Mm-hmm.
is having people's stuff actually being on there. It's like, oh, this person put a ladder in, and that really helped me find a way, like get my way up like this mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Or this person left me a car out in the open, so you can just take the car.
That's cool.
Or like the motorcycle. I haven't seen any cars recently.
Is there music in the game, like while you're traversing the overworld?
That's my one thing I'm kind of sad about.
There's
Like there's scripted like musical segments.
yeah.
Yeah, where he has like his playlist and stuff. Where he
Kind of like
he has like music that's
you can't do music whenever.
Mm.
Yeah.
But people like if you upgrade structures and stuff, like the higher level it gets, you can actually stick music on there. So if somebody like sticks there for like a minute, like it'll actually play one of the soundtracks from the game because you
Cool.
pick that. But like when you go into your room, there's a music player, and I kind of wish there was a music player when you're on the road.
Maybe you have
Yeah.
to unlock it.
Maybe, but like I don't see where you
That's
would.
high tier ELO unlock right there.
But anyway, that's kind of my thoughts. What are your thoughts, Matt?
I feel like the emotion of the game is really tangible. They really capture a lot of like weird, crazy emotions, and they also make it incredibly stressful. So I mean, that's definitely something that is unique about the game.
What do you mean it captures emotions? Like
Like-
characters are within you when you play? Or-
Like myself, like when I'm playing it, like I feel like it's really, it draws out a lot of things. So, I mean, right now I haven't been playing it as much as some of the other people in the group, but it's from what I've been playing, it's been it's always been interesting playing it. Though I feel like I haven't been able to enjoy it in like long like plays.
It's kind of the weird thing because you're still in the first area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the area that's the most stressful because like after you get out of there and you get some of the like other weapons, like you get obviously you get the blood grenades
Yeah,
in the first area.
I have those, but
and like that, at least to me, like the way I've been playing is like, oh, I know I'm gonna be going to an area that's probably gonna have BTs, so I just pile on a crap ton of grenades, and I go in there. I'm like, okay, I make sure I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Or when it comes to dealing with mules, you get some stuff to deal with them, and that makes all that so trivial because it's like, okay, I can be ranged and I don't have to fight them.
Yeah, well, I mean, once I get back into it, like, you know, being back, I still have tons of games and everything to play anyway, so...
Wait, so there's like combat in this game? I know
There is, but...
It's different. Look, when you start, it's very different.
Okay.
Because it's not like your initial encounters with BTs when you don't really have it, like, before they, like...
I don't know what
make,
that is, but...
Yeah,
it's the ghosts.
I wouldn't go too much into it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
it's fresh to it, and I think that's a pretty big part of the game.
Yeah.
They build you into getting more stuff is, I think, just the general thing.
Gotcha.
So the early parts of the game are going to be more... To me, they were a lot more stressful than the later, like, where I'm at now.
Yeah, I can see that with any kind of game like that.
And I was going to say we should maybe transfer onto another topic because not everybody here knows what we're talking
6
about.
hour Pokemon discussion.
Yeah.
Go.
I hate Pokemon.
All right, so that's the end of our episode.
Thanks for coming.
All right, but we had a lot of differing discussions, and since Wuck Widge, the RudeDude, is here
Just say
now.
Will.
Yeah.
Will
Now that Will is here, we can have some additional
Hey, Bob.
talk about some things because we got into a little bit of discussion about Pokemon.
I hate it.
Best game ever.
Gerthor
Game Freak
hates
can't
it.
do wrong. Yeah, I was wondering what you thought of it, Will. I know you haven't played it yet, but have you seen anything on it? Or...
So if this were a Facebook status, I'd say it's complicated.
Okay.
Frick,
Otherwise,
that hits home.
as most things in life, but
I'm
yeah.
not incredibly interested in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm not against it either.
Sure.
But there are things drawing me in, like, spoiler alert, new Corsola.
Yeah.
Because Corsola is absolutely my favorite Pokemon. And getting a new version with an evolution, with a new type, possibly, like, even usable, that's fantastic to me.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
I'm going to get it eventually. But to tell you the truth, I'm more interested in Dragon Quest XI currently, after playing the demo.
I think you'd probably be better off.
So if I were to get one of the games first, I'd get Dragon Quest XI.
Yeah. It's probably a good choice.
But I'm still going to get it. I like Pokemon. I've played most of them. I didn't play the last two games, Let's Go or Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
I
still haven't played any of the Gen 3 games either, right?
No, I haven't. Not even the remakes.
Not Freak, I meant Frick.
Game Freak.
Freak, dude.
So what is the overall consensus on hashtag Game Freak lied?
I think there's...
People need to freaking chill out.
It's obnoxious, but at the same time, it's like... They're not wrong, because Game Freak said that the reason that they cut a lot of the decks was because they were working on new models and animations, and all of them, if not, like most of them, were reused from the old games. Which they said before, they made them that way to future-proof them. So it's like, well, duh, I don't want them to make new models, but you shouldn't cut out your old stuff and then lie about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So, like, that's kind of my take on it.
As a game studio with a deadline, you got to make cuts.
I just don't think they have to be like, well, we're remaking everything. And then,
Right.
obviously, well, they didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I don't quite agree with them going like, oh, we had to cut all the people and stuff. I think at a point, though, they're just too many to, like, be like, oh, yeah, catch them all.
Oh, Pokemon?
There's over 1,000.
I totally understand that, but
Yeah,
at the
it's
same
just
point,
like-
it's like, why in X and Y were they all available then? And like that was the
'Cause
first 3D game that already had
Oh, I know.
like 700 Pokemon.
I know, but that, it's like...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just
So,
mean
like-
going forward, there's going to be a point where it's like, it's too much to catch them. The fact that they cut them and then they just like, oh...
I'm not even interested in like catching all the Pokemon. It's
Yeah,
never
it's
been
like-
a thing for me.
The
but-
the option is nice to have them all there, but
Do
it's
you,
like... Are you gonna actually?
But it's weird to me that people are defending what Game Freak did. Like, they want less content or something. Like, people have that stance.
I mean,
I think people are rabid on every side.
Sure.
yeah.
But I
Both sides
think
are-
maybe just the ecosystem of putting it on the Switch versus a handheld probably had something to do with
I know
this.
that they redid textures and stuff for it, but the models are still the same, and the textures that they did adjust were just slightly adjusted. So
Right.
I'm not saying that they should have done them all, but
Both sides are wrong.
I don't know. It seems kind of nitpicky to me. Like, I could
I mean, I understand.
like it's a valid criticism, but I don't think it should be a reason why you hate the game. Like,
Oh yeah, it's not the reason why I don't like the game.
yeah.
Like I said, I don't collect.
So
them
let's
all.
get into that reason then. Right?
Well, I won't spoil anything. I haven't beaten it yet.
DLC transact.
Yeah, I want more DLC. They should have the Dexes as DLC.
Oh my god, don't give them ideas.
I think they're going to.
You know, honestly, if they made the content more progressive, like they had times to like shell out bigger updates,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why not? The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
You know, let this game cook a while.
Pokemon
Add more
MMO.
endgame content. Add more stuff, you know, like to enjoy your Pokemon with.
Yeah, I agree. But
And-
I don't know if DLC is ever going to be in their future, just because,
What if the
Maybe-
way they did it?
I don't know, like, I feel like when they make a new game, everyone buys it anyway, so they get
Yeah.
more profit off that than, like, a $20 DLC.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just talking about in the sense that extend the life of the game.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I would love for them to
I
make
mean,
a Pokemon game like that.
I don't agree with DLC,
In, like, what context? Just in general?
just
Or-
in general. But, you know, people gotta eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Otherwise, they die.
right.
We don't want that.
And I know there's some ravenous fans out there that want to eat up more Pokemon content.
That's
So
true,
If you
dude.
starve them out, they start getting like, you know.
They get withdrawals.
You ever seen a starved homeless man? That's what some of these like fans are like online.
That's
Oh,
true.
look at the dithering and the fucking and the LOD and the rendering
Yeah.
cut off, and I was like, it's a Pokemon game.
Yeah, but that's also the criticism. People just say it's a Pokemon game, and that's why they are the way they are. Like,
Because they gotta crank them out.
which I understand from a company perspective.
I think
but,
it's always like Game Freak will never live up to expectations.
yeah.
And that's why it always gets to this point where people are like dissatisfied.
But the thing is, I think they were for a lot of years, like especially in the DS era. You know, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver and all that stuff. Nobody was ever complaining that there wasn't this or that.
I don't know. I wasn't not that present in the
I was pretty
gaming
into it
rhetoric
back then, but like,
towards them, so I cannot say.
yeah, for sure.
Especially with social media and forums and everything.
Sure.
I feel like these kind of criticisms have always existed. Just Twitter gives that more of a vocal platform.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's always going to be criticism towards it, but
I bet you people have been hating it since like Gen 2. Bet you.
oh, I mean, yeah, they
Oh,
call them Gen
absolutely.
1ers, dude.
Yeah.
They should just be Gen Dunners.
Dude, that's a knuckle moment.
Psych.
I mean,
Matt, you gotta make a knuckle sound.
A
in post.
knuckle moment.
Yeah.
Just get a punch sound effect. Anyway.
But yeah,
Is that loud?
Game Freak can make mistakes, and they're not perfect. They're not perfect.
But yeah, I mean, talking about the whole Game Freak Live thing, yeah, that shit's stupid, but when you do play the game and you look at it, it's like, is this a Switch game?
yeah.
It doesn't feel like one. It doesn't look like one.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's why you have to have the PlayStation players to be there to put things in perspective for us.
Of course.
Yeah, all those
good
what was it?
PlayStation
All those
boys.
Nintendo
guys.
Nintendo guys. Yeah.
Nintendo guys, those PlayStation players have to put things
The
in perspective.
patronizing tone of that was
Yeah.
just like, okay, this can't be real.
But
Thanks, PlayStation.
I was talking with the other guys, Will, about it, but like even the music, it's like there's no cohesion to any of it. There's like sometimes it sounds like newer instruments, sometimes it sounds like instruments from the Game Boy Advance. And I know there's like different composers for different aspects of the game,
Sure.
but like some of it sounds like 3DS music, some of it sounds like it's from whatever. It's like I don't understand.
Does it at least have like a theme? A unifying theme?
Rhythmic chanting.
I don't actually know.
Are they trying to make it like a soccer club or something? Like,
Well,
I get that it's
that's-
meant to be a
that's-
stadium,
that's
but
what-
like,
that's what the
That's
gyms
exactly
are.
what it is.
That's for the gym
That's the
leaders.
one thing they got when they're like, oh, what's British? soccer, and that's
Yeah, I should have put Burger King.
it
in there.
kills me, dude.
It should have been cricket.
That's the worst.
You use a
I
paddle to
hate
hit the
it so
Pokemon.
much.
Yeah, I should have put a paddle in this game. I would have loved it.
Yeah, why didn't they like
Why-
make,
why
Pokeball
is Gen-
soccer?
I don't understand it. Why is Gen 2 ancient Japan, but now we're in modern day soccer? Fucking Krav Maga, fucking Chad bitch at.
What?
Frick.
I don't know. You tell me.
I feel like I'm a tourist, man.
Yeah, so you're supposed
It
to be like in a
upsets me
Pokemon
so
game.
bad.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to be, Matt Lang. I don't know. It's a different perspective.
I mean,
for
I guess
everybody,
it actually I think it depends on the game because like Gen 6, wait, was 6 Alola?
Gen 7 was a little.
Oh yeah, Gen 7. Like you just moved there, so it's kind of like you're a tourist. I guess Gen 3
Wasn't
too.
it like a vacation or something?
Well,
No,
no,
that was the anime.
I'm talking specifically about how they construct these worlds. They're not a part of a Pokemon world. They're part of this weird bastardized, like, weird mishmash. Here's what the world would look like, except with Pokemon. And it's not a fantasy world. It's real life, but with Pokemon. It's a weird superimposed, like, we're gonna, instead of, like, being informed for real life, we're just gonna superimpose over real life. And I feel like it's so much weaker in a narrative sense, to where like you have these like mishmashed mysticisms that kind of breathe life into this fake world, like you did in the first couple gens. It's like, okay, like I see where they're getting their inspiration from, but it's mystical and there's a sense of adventure with
Yeah,
this.
totally.
It's like you're closing the borders, like X and Y. Okay, that's France. Okay, cool. Like, what does it add to the Pokemon universe?
Here's the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, like
Wow.
that's not even like, oh, we made a Pokemon Battle Center that's like a tower that's like a, or something like that.
Yeah,
Because
wasn't the
then
tower
anything
just
with it-
aesthetic?
Yeah.
It was just an Eiffel Tower. Like,
No, it was a gym.
Oh yeah, it was a gym for like the third gym,
Yeah.
and it had like no meaning to the world.
Hooray.
I remember that.
It was just like, oh yeah, here's our most progressive city with the big tower in it, and here's the gym where the guy who made all the inventions to make our city the best one in the region.
Yeah.
even though, and it kind of glosses over like the actual personality and aspects, because if you are gonna if you're gonna appropriate so heavily from real life, you're not like making these places like dynamic and human. It's like, oh, this is France. They're France because great cuisine, because this, and it's a sparkly reality. But then in real life, you look at France and Paris, France specifically. It is like so many people tout it as a shithole because of the like problems with the country as a whole, like the smog, the pollution, the overpopulation, and it's like. But this glosses over it, and it becomes like a tourism experience. Like,
Yeah, I think.
But that's
rather than creating a narrative for
You know,
the Pokemon world.
I think I like what you're getting at could make sense because like, obviously the developers are from Japan.
Right.
So like the first 3 games, I think the first 4, I don't know what Sinnoh was based on.
Yeah, Sinnoh was Japan.
Okay, yeah, it's based on Japan too. So like, I feel like they had a lot of good mishmashing of like influences on that.
Yeah.
But once they got out of their country and into others, it's like, oh yeah, Americans like hamburgers, put that in there.
Yeah,
They like
it
basketball,
became much
put that
more
in.
blatant rather than organic.
Because like watching 90 Day Fiancé and stuff and other shows like that where people are from different parts of the world, they view Americans a certain way.
Yeah.
And we would do the same with people from
You
France
caricaturize.
yeah, so I definitely feel like Pokemon does that post Gen 4. So
Yeah.
and that might be why, because I'm pretty sure like during Gen 5 they went to America on a trip and got inspiration from New York and stuff, if I'm not misremembering.
Yeah,
so.
I think you're totally right on this.
So yeah, so they were like, oh, this is cool. This is what America's like. And I'm not saying they need to put all of America politics or anything in there, but it's kind of like...
It needs to suit the narrative of the world.
Focus on the world more than the tourism of America.
And this sounds kind of weird coming from my earlier thing, like, oh, it's, cut Game Freak a break with the technical elements, but I'm talking like strictly from like an artistic standpoint, like the design vision behind the game versus the player experience. This has no like really bearing on the player experience and like how they construct the mechanical parts of the game, but I'm just like really peeved with the artistic sense in a lot of ways.
I agree.
And like those things aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, but I like much more critical of their design aesthetic
Than their actual...
than the
games.
Yeah, than the game.
But I think that's
The
a
game
fair
is
standpoint.
Yeah, like
that's just as important as the game itself.
because ultimately the game has always strived to be what it kind of has been from the beginning, like a simplistic narrative, like adventure, like building a team, and it does a lot of those. It still accomplishes a lot of those aspects. But then you look at like how they could evolve and how they're trying to evolve, which is a lot of the artistic setting, narrative, and like it just kills me so bad. Like fucking Apple tongue, like
that one's gonna go with you to the end.
That and Surfetched personify a lot of my gripes with the artistic element. It's too on the nose for like it's a caricaturization of British culture without it like being built off this mystic narrative that is being inspired by real life elements and then put into a fantastical interpretation of it. It's like, no, this is a British thing anthropomorphized. Like that's why the Surfetched is so on the nose. It's so gross. It's so blatant. Like anyone could have thought of that. Like it's like, you know, I'm not saying that about everything, but there's certain, like there's a lot of elements like that.
I don't think they went far enough in that regard. I think they should have had like a pocket watch Pokemon called, you know, I don't know the name
or something.
Yeah, and then when it evolves
Bing
its
bong.
third form, it becomes Big Ben.
I mean, somebody actually called like Sinistea. Is that the same? Somebody called that like a couple years.
Poltergeist?
Yeah, but the other
The evolution.
There's another one?
I think there's a pre-evolution.
Okay.
yeah, there's
or
the
an
teacup.
evolution.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a ghost that lives in a
Oh wait,
teapot.
no, maybe Poltergeist. It's either Sinistea or Poltergeist. It's like somebody called it like the name like a couple years ago.
Okay. I'm just gonna, you know,
It's like, yeah, I get it.
end of my rant. I'm gonna end this with this. This is the personifications of the culture. Then Garbodor is a personification of American culture because it's a bag of trash.
What about
What does that
Trubbish?
I mean,
Same
not
region.
wrong.
What does that say, dude?
Game
I
Freak
mean-
Truth.
I mean,
Truth.
one of
They
the
went to New
Pokemon-
York and they're like, "Oh my god, this is so dirty. We got to put trash here."
I mean, considering the Pokemon, the bird Pokemon in that region is a pigeon. Like,
Here we go again.
oh man,
No, but
it went so
honestly,
deep, Braviary, like
yeah, for America.
like on the beak, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
red, white, and blue.
I agree to an extent, but for me, it's not even like the Pokemon that I think really affect the overall artistic decisions. Is like the thing that upsets me more is like the region, like you were talking about.
Right.
I can accept the Pokemon are going to be weird or different, and I honestly, for most of the new ones, I like them so far. But,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I understand. I'm just upset with the music.
Yeah.
I don't know why people keep saying it's good. I don't know. It's subjective.
It's because you haven't hit the Toby Fox song yet.
That's fine. It's gonna sound like it's from a different game, like all the other tracks in the game. That's what I don't like about it. There's no
Don't worry,
cohesion.
I haven't hit it either, so I have no idea if it's soon.
I mean, would you agree that there's like no cohesion in the music?
You know, honestly, I'll be really 100% for
You don't remember it.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Music.
Oh my God.
Other
That's
than
even
other
worse.
than like the gym, I'm like, I just keep that in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm playing Pokemon.
But like Pokemon music's usually good.
Yeah, even with Sun and Moon, like,
Yeah.
before the game came out, I knew that, you know, that main song, like, hey,
Yeah.
look at down below, here comes Banana Slam, Donkey Kong, he's on the move.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I knew that song, like, even
Yeah.
before the game came out. It's like, okay, I have an idea of the soundtrack.
Even for this game, like I knew the gym theme before it came
Like,
out.
I didn't know any of, like, the music they used for the advertising.
I think the gym theme leaked online, but that was it. But I can't tell you what the main theme is. I don't even know if it's a reprisal of the usual main theme.
Right.
But I think in the trainer battle theme, they use the main theme of the games. It feels like they do, or it's like a progression of it or something. I don't know. It's pretty unmemorable. So
That's unfortunate.
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I just
I'm
kind of
pissed
keep
off.
it. I just keep the music to the back. I'm like, oh, I'm whatever. I'm doing this.
I guess
That's always been a hallmark, though, since the first game is the music.
I know. I don't understand where we went wrong. I feel like
Well, we didn't go
Where
wrong.
we went wrong.
Russell, here's the thing.
How did this marriage
We did-
fall apart?
We didn't go wrong.
I don't know, but it just upsets me so much.
Like, even Breath of the Wild was able to add, like, a musical
Yeah.
to it.
It didn't even have music
Uh,
half the time, and it was fine.
I know, but when the music hit you, it was such a powerful moment.
Totally.
Mario Odyssey, really good music.
Oh, the music's
Oh,
great.
absolutely.
All right.
Okay,
New
I just want
topic.
to leave with the last point.
All right.
We grow as people. We grow as people who enjoy video games. We look for more new experiences, and I understand a lot of people want to experience a Pokemon experience,
Yes.
and that's where they get let down because people search for that. They're like, well, I want to grow as a gamer. I want to be experiencing new things,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to come back and experience this thing. That's why people grow the loyalty. That's why they look for a Mario game. They look for that experience.
Sure.
And they get let down.
Well, it's true. I mean, that's my experience so far with the Shield. It's like the very beginning. It's like, oh, this feels good again. Like it feels like a Pokemon game. This is what I want.
Right.
And then it's like, wait, why is half this town missing? Where's the music? Oh, it's just weird, man. It sucks.
So I think I know what
digress.
that means. Time to move the Digimon.
Okay.
Rainamon, do you smell that?
Okay.
New topic.
New run.
That sounds like what everyone
that
else
that
is
that
saying.
was a reference that we don't need to go into. But okay, so
That was a
to
deep.
Wait, let's show them that Diva reference.
no. But to catapult off of Paul's point, because that segues actually really well. Have you saying that we want to grow and have new experiences? How about we comment on all the remakes and kind of older things coming back
I just want to thank
as of
God.
recently?
Thank my family. Thank my friends.
Especially with Half-Life 3, not 3, VR coming
That's
out.
compelling.
Yeah.
If I
What is
cared
that
about
game?
Half-Life, I'm pretty sure.
It's a VR.
Is it going to be like a legit installment?
I guess.
Does
Yeah.
anyone know what it is?
It's.
I haven't heard anything.
I've only seen the trailer, and I can't really
It looks like
surmise.
it's a VR shooter stealth with puzzle elements.
So like a Half-Life.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
it's
VR,
like a
VR.
Half-Life.
Yeah.
it's a VR game.
3,
in the
not
Half-Life
3.
universe.
I've never played any of the games. Do you guys know if this is like a prequel or something?
I have no idea. I think it's a sequel.
I think you gotta.
But technically, the end of the second game was a little bit like, what the fuck?
Well, the last game ended on the
My
cliffhanger,
arm's
didn't it?
cramping.
Dude, you need water.
I do.
Those
This,
windows are screwing up.
This podcast is sponsored by water.
Mhm.
Thanks,
drink,
water.
Drink more.
Thank
I'm
God.
at work. I drink 1.5 gallons a day. It's awesome.
Mhm.
We're gonna get you 2 gallons today.
All right, but hang on. Let's go back. All right, so
To the remake.
the
Half-Life.
remakes and nostalgia goggles and things like that. I've seen a lot of people commenting on the fact that like people just want to keep going back and back.
Is there anything wrong
Okay.
with that though?
Well, that's my thing. Is like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing?
I think it's both. It's both bad and a good thing. It's the reason why people get so fucking frothy about Pokemon. It's because of that nostalgia. They want that experience they had when they were a kid. But on the same token, it's also fuel for passion. So it's both good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you get awesome remakes. Like that's why you get the Spyro HD remaster. Like it becomes you get to immortalize and enjoy something that is integral to video game history as a whole, and you get to bookmark your passion for it. That's why the artists go back, because there's a need and a love and a camaraderie to the format, to the game, and it hasn't been expressed since that game as perfectly as that game. And like that's why you don't see Crash, you don't see anything like these were integral to game history, but when the market turns one way, when you could have kept going the other way.
Sure.
And that's why they go back. That's why you get the HD remasters. And you can kind of look at it from like a video game archiving sense. Video games need to be accessible.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you get those things too with like. The only thing I don't like is when you get the like remakes or like I think with Mega Man 11 when that came out, they're like, oh, if this does well. I hate when they hold like new stuff hostage. Like they remake something, it's like, oh, if this thing does well,
Yeah.
then we're gonna
Yeah,
start
right.
making new stuff, and it's like,
Just
why?
let it speak for itself. Like don't give me an
you're
incentive.
trying to bank on the success.
You're trying to.
Yeah.
I get you're trying to see if people are interested in the thing, but just to hold like anything new hostage kind of sucks because then people are like, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to support this remake, even if I didn't really want to get it. If I want to see anything new in the a series,
Yeah, it's like, do they even care about the property or just the money they can get off of it?
That's
I don't know. Ask Disney.
Disney.
Well, it's like because I heard I don't
Enter gun sound.
like I don't know what the truth to it is, but I heard the reason Disney's doing all these remakes, like live action ones,
It's for licensing
yeah.
purposes, I would imagine.
Yeah, they just want to hold on to that, and I guess that could be one instance
those
of
specific-
why
yeah,
it's not exactly a good thing.
Those things like
I mean, look at what happened to Lion King. It like grossed a shit ton of money.
yeah.
Well, people like Disney movies, so they're gonna see them.
Oh yeah, well it's
Yeah.
like oh yeah, Lion King.
And honestly, they don't bother me any. Like,
I
I mean, I'm not gonna support them, but
No,
I mean, they
No,
look
me
completely
neither.
lifeless,
I've
but
seen.
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
fairly
yeah,
harmless.
exactly. I know people put time and effort into it, but honestly, it's not for me. And
Right.
I think
I'm
it's
not
fun.
gonna yell
yeah,
about it.
these
I
are
don't
artists
care.
getting jobs. I respect that.
Yeah.
But, I hate the blind consumer.
Oh, for sure. Well, I don't even hate them if they want to support that. Whatever, you know.
It's
I know what I like. I know what.
I know what my
They
aunt
like-
likes, and if she
Yeah.
likes that, I'm gonna yell at her.
Dude, you should, if you want to. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
force you.
yeah. See, the only thing we're waiting for in terms of a remake from Disney is Treasure Planet, but that's never gonna fucking happen.
I don't think that needs a remake.
No, we gotta wait.
It's already a remake.
I think it.
Yeah, it's a remake of Treasure
Treasure
Island.
Island.
You know,
but
honestly
like,
though, do we even
That was
need
a good
remakes
law.
anymore? You got Disney Plus out now. You can just watch the movie
You want-
anytime.
you want
but
a remake of
do you
that?
know what Disney Plus is missing?
I'd be
Alan?
willing.
Lieutenant Robin Crusoe,
Top Dog?
USN.
No, The Weekenders.
Wait, doesn't you kidding me?
Disney Plus does not have The Weekenders.
Wait, you can't.
Where's the outrage?
You gotta be no.
Dude, they gotta bring
Hold
it.
on.
If we cry out enough.
Wait, where have you heard this information, Will?
I looked it up because I told myself I'll buy Disney Plus if it has The Weekenders.
That's such a good
Oh my
incentive.
god.
Is that the be all end all?
Yeah,
That's great.
Mandalorian, whatever. Their new projects and other Disney
what about
movies.
My Gym Partner's a Monkey.
You might
That's
actually
on
like
HBO.
you might actually like the Jeff.
Wait,
Goldblum
really?
one.
What?
I don't, yeah, HBO
Wait,
got
wait,
Cartoon Network.
Jeff
stuff.
Goldblum. What?
There's a Jeff Goldblum show on there.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, that is Cartoon Network.
I don't know why I was thinking Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh no, Jeff Goldblum. He goes.
I got super excited.
That's weird.
the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
You know
Has
what
he
I'm excited
donned his
for is
bronze armor?
Halloween Town.
Dude.
What about Halloween Town High?
Oh god,
Well,
what?
if you're gonna watch that, you have to watch High School Musical. It's the better high school story.
Oh yeah, you know what I found out? So,
Russell,
random
you're
tangent.
Yeah,
Did
high
you
school.
know?
Hell.
Wait. I gotta defend my High School Musical roots here. What's your problem with High School Musical, Paul? Is it bad?
I don't like it because I don't like 40-year-olds in my high school fantasy.
Dude, they were 20.
No, they weren't 20.
They were 25.
Girls on every single one of them.
Well, I haven't seen the HD versions. So.
I don't like musicals as a format. That's why I don't play Kojima games.
Okay, you heard it from the mouth of the beast here.
Well, you'll love High School Musical too. Then they don't sing.
What?
Yeah.
They speak
But I got the
lyrically.
soundtrack at a book off.
They
You
speak
liar.
lyrically.
Yeah, they don't sing, they speak
Yeah, they
lyrically.
yeah.
Alright, that's not singing.
Okay,
That's-
So let's go back to the remake.
Get your
weird-
head in
well-
the game.
Well, weird side
Get
tangent.
your-
My
Wait,
boy
what
Get-
game
Will.
was
did
that from?
Did you know
Get your
that
head in the game.
the Tomb Raider remake
I think
is a
the first one.
trilogy?
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot there was a third game in that series.
Yeah, they just made it. Is the one with the sun in the background? The
I
eclipse.
forgot that existed. So when I heard like, oh yeah, get the Tomb Raider trilogy, I'm like, wait, what do you
There
mean?
were that
There's
many games?
there's two games.
I
There's
still just remember
there's
the
Tomb
first
Raider
one.
and then there's Rise of the Tomb
Anything after
Raider.
that
No,
doesn't
but
exist
there was
to
a
me.
Tomb Raider 3 on
There-
PS1.
No, like the reboot.
Oh, new Tomb
So
Raider.
you have
Yeah.
Tomb Raider and then you have Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Look,
and then you have like Betrayal.
I think it's Eclipse of the Tomb. I don't know what
It's like Fall of the Tomb Raider or something like that. But I was like, wait, what? There's 3 of them?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, there was. Oops.
That's cool. I like the first
I still
one.
didn't even finish the second one.
Me neither.
I like the first
See,
one.
wait. Going back to the thing we started on, I got Tomb Raider 2 on Black Friday. I played about 2 hours. Then I
Like
gave up.
the
Awesome.
Rise of?
Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
I got that a couple Black Fridays
Rise
ago.
of the Clash of the
I
So-
played a fair chunk of it. Because we had our whole PS4 thing, it was Matt's turn, and then I just never touched the game again.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a fine game. It's more of the. I think it was just the thing was it's more of the same. They just tried to add some survival elements to it because of the snow.
I just started getting into different games at that
Snow.
point. But are we going back to like the remake topic? Or?
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of
Actually,
We could bridge it into that, but yeah.
I want to kind of bring up a topic, like a bullet point, if you will.
Do it.
I think this was like from the Mega 64 podcast or something, But they were talking about like comedians going back and doing bits that they never had the chance to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's like now that you're famous, you know, you could do that comedic bit, or you could do that skit that you didn't have the time or the money to do. Let's do it. And they're talking about it, and they said, oh yeah, like it wasn't that good. And it's because, you know, they create something in the moment and they have that fire and that passion, but once that passion dies, it's hard to get it back. So that's kind of like the thing of all these remakes, is that you see these old developers trying to recreate their old properties because there's a call and a need for it. But then it's like, you know, you're out of that element, you're out of that. It's so many years far removed, you're not in the moment anymore. You don't have that same passion and that same bearing. So, like, that's why you get a lot of, like, faulty products, disappointing products, like ukulele and stuff like that.
I think that was a mixed bag.
Yeah, that wasn't. I think you had that, but you had stuff like.
Ostensibly, you know, you get a lot of flops like that.
But I totally get what you're saying.
But you had like Bloodstains. I think that was one of the only like successful ones where it was like it was generally well received when it came out, and that was him going back and doing the old like Symphony of the Night style Castlevania games.
Yeah.
But then you had the worst of all.
But he had a passion for it too, from what I understand.
Okay, then
Yeah, is
I
there a
think-
need for these creators to reprise their IPs?
not even
Or maybe it should find a voice with a new creator, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Is the time over for that game?
I think it's like what happened with the Crash Bandicoot games. It's
Yeah.
like people were interested in making it again, and a lot of those people grew up with the game, I believe. So they kind of injected their
Right, you get a renewed passion from a
Yeah.
perspective.
so it comes back like stronger than ever.
Yeah.
And even with CTR, they're putting more content into it than who knows.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, which is cool. So I'm glad to see stuff like that. What else is being remade?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what
right
remakes are coming out?
outright like coming out. I don't know.
Yeah, I know people are.
I mean, there's got to be
Besides
something.
the slew of HD remakes where they just up-res it and put it on a new system.
Which is cool.
Which
'cause
is
then-
cool,
I
because
feel-
it's accessible.
I feel that time is done because I can't think of anything that got just up-resed now. Now, like it seems like they're just going like full on like, oh, we're remaking this.
Yeah, like a remaster.
Yeah, like a remaster because like
Wait, no, remaster is just like HD.
it seemed
right?
like like what you would call the HD remakes was like the PS3, like the last gen stuff, where you got a lot of the collections where it's like, oh yeah, we just up-resed everything from PS2.
Like all the
Okay.
jacks and everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like that was the PS3's time. Now it's like with like RE2, where it's like, oh, we're just gonna remake that instead of just
Oh yeah,
up-resing
that's
it.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like
like,
do it
I-
from the ground up.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
now is the time of we're just gonna go back in and just do it now. Just remake it now.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like they're generally just actually remaking stuff from like
Yeah.
PS1
Oh yeah, Shenmue 3.
and 64.
Yeah, well,
Or yeah, they did.
That's
I guess.
that's a
But
sequel.
that's a reprisal of an IP.
I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
the last.
Wait, that's out
remake?
already?
Yeah.
I think it just
It
came out a
came
couple
out-
days ago.
yeah.
Did you guys see that Mega
I
64
haven't seen
post
anything.
where it was like best cutscene ever,
Oh,
and
and
it
the
was him
shoes.
putting on his shoes?
No.
Yeah, I
He
saw that.
just walked to the edge of the mat, and then it goes to a cutscene of him putting on his shoes, and then gameplay.
That's cool.
I'm actually I can't think of anything that got super recently got remade.
It
Medieval.
was medieval. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
That was what I was gonna say.
What's it called? What's the Yakuza 0?
Yakuza 0 was a new game.
Well, they did a... Which one was the...
Kiwami.
Yeah, Kiwami. That's what
I think the newest one is 2. They're probably doing a third one, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII is being remade.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and
So,
apparently they're also doing Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, that would
That's
make
going to be
sense.
cool.
That's...
I'm waiting. I really liked RE2.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm gonna
there's.
get RE2 so bad.
I mean, there was a Black Friday deal for it, so that's gonna be
Is there
cheap.
really?
Yeah.
Dude, you should get it on PC, because then you could mod out Mr. X to be like a duck.
I'm gonna do it, man. He's gonna be this tiny little... Dude, that would be the creepiest thing to me. If he was like 10 feet shorter and he was this little power demon, like, silently squeaking after you, like...
Oh, the first cutscene where you see him where he lifts the helicopter, throws it to the side, it's this little 6-inch man.
I would piss myself, I swear to God. Micro demons are like my ultimate phobia. There's something that's small and like not fightable.
Dude,
Oh my God.
I'm in total agreement.
You know
with
what?
you.
Yeah,
Would
That's
that
why
game,
spiders are so scary, is because they can crawl up your butt.
Okay.
And, like,
well, I have two things. Would he have the same hitbox? Like he'd be able to hit you still pretty far, or would he actually have his little micro
no,
hitbox?
he would like hit you at your ankles, and you would like fly
Okay.
forward so your teeth hit the floor first, and then he would like try to crawl into your eardrum and beat up your brain.
Okay, so that game would actually be a lot scary. That game would probably be really scary if there was a little 6-inch Mr. X going around, because you just see a door open and you couldn't
See,
you
that'd be
couldn't
so
see the,
scary. You're
you
looking for
couldn't-
this big lumbering figure, and you just see this long shadow. You come around the corner, it's this little purple guy sitting in the hallway.
Well, I'm saying like you're going to walk around. You go walk around your business. You just
He's
hear,
like flexing
you
in the
just-
hallway, like
you just
I
hear
would
a door
be-
open. He doesn't make the same like amount of noise.
he's still 1,000 pounds. You can't move him. You can't shoot him, and he's still coming after
No,
you.
you were saying the door slamming up. No, he breaks through the wall. It's just a little 6-inch man busts through the wall.
Dude, and he's 6 inches. He could be anywhere.
That's what I mean.
That's like that one game. The one with the virus alien in space.
Prey.
Prey. Yeah, that's like Prey, where it's like
It could be
be anything.
Man, imagine if you're drinking coffee and it was one of those aliens, but it didn't want to be mean to you.
Yeah.
So it like lets you drink out of it.
No, it was a super passive aggressive. So like farting in your coffee, like,
You see a bubble and
like, bloop, like you just start shooting the cup.
what the fuck?
It's the same.
All right. We should probably go to another topic then.
God, that's terrible.
It's the 6-inch man.
No, stop it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming up on...
Speaking of, hold on.
Almost
Speaking of
November.
reprising HD remasters, was it FromSoft's Met game?
Oh yeah, that did come out this year too.
I don't know about
Metal
this.
Wolf Chaos,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
where he plays the president of the United States.
Donkey did a video of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
he
was
plays-
from?
Yeah, that's FromSoft.
Yeah, it was a FromSoft Xbox original Japan exclusive game,
Oh, Lord.
all in English.
So awesome.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, FromSoft actually before Dark Souls they did was it Armored Core?
Yes.
Yeah, they're the Armored people.
Oh, okay.
So
Wait, was Armored Core the game that had the really obnoxiously large periphery that was like the...
No, that's-
Steel Battalion.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you get you play as the president of the United States, and you have to fight the vice president
Yeah.
who's evil.
Yeah,
Richard.
that was a good one.
Wait, that's a reference?
Yeah, he screams Richard.
Oh, can you put that in post, Matt?
Okay, sure.
Just so I could see it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Richard! 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 Michael! Richard! Michael! Richard! Richard! Hey there, Michael! Richard!
He's not gonna do it.
So, let's go. Let's change to the next topic then.
What's your topic?
Demons.
Since we're nearing the end of the year,
Are they real?
does anyone have any I won't say long-winded, but hopes for 2020?
Okay, I hope for it to be a good year.
That's
I
such a
agree.
long-winded.
Controversial.
Yeah.
I hope to be with,
Powerful statement.
I hope to be with Russell next year.
Me too. Me and Paul have matching shirts now. We gotta wear them some
Do it. Well, it's like a gender reveal except for our shirts. We'll post a picture later.
Yeah.
We might light Colorado on fire just to get our point.
Get our
across.
gender reveal.
T-shirt reveal party.
Did that happen
A T-shirt cannon reveal party became
A
something.
broken jaw party.
For me, it's like,
Crikey.
I hope when Coco Curry opens up here, we
There's
can
not
get
gonna be a lot, like a
we
15-minute
can
queue.
get in pretty quick, and I can show. Well, other than Matt, because Matt actually get there,
Mhm.
but the other guys can try.
What's Coco Curry?
It's a curry restaurant from Japan.
Apparently, it's really good.
I liked it a lot. It was a go-to.
It was very nice.
with me and my friends in Japan. But you get your curry, like you go in there and you order like a style of curry. So like my favorite was like the fried chicken curry. So it was fried chicken balls, and they were really good fried chicken balls too.
Oh, they were amazing. That was some of the best fried chicken I've ever had.
Yeah, it was so tender. Okay, so you'd have that, but then you have your rice, and you tell them how much rice you want. And, like, it was in grams, but I don't think they'll do that here. But you tell them
Yeah,
how
it'll
much
be
rice you
in
want.
pounds here.
Yeah, I want 4 pounds of rice, and then
See,
you
that's
get
American
and then you get
culture.
your thing of curry, but then you tell them how like spicy you want on a scale of 1 to 10. So you can get like really spicy curry. You can't. I mean, theoretically, you could order a 10. I never did it. I never went really spicy with mine. I always wanted mine normal,
Mm-hmm.
the normal level. But you can also get it kind of sweet too. But it was some pretty solid curry. I enjoyed it. I think my friends in Japan enjoyed it.
They didn't tell you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they enjoyed it.
They just kept eating it and just like,
It was a go-to.
Yeah, you like never talked about it ever. You're just like
No, it was a go-to, and like they had some cool. I mean, I got a kick-ass spoon out of the deal.
What did it look like? Was it green?
What a
It was
schooner.
it was a spoon, and it had like it has like kind of an engraving on it.
Like what?
It's like kind of like a spirally type engraving, and then it says like the restaurant name, and it was actually made in Japan.
Yeah, they have those at like a Go-Gurt World or whatever.
The Go-Gurt World.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like
Go
so
get
much
yogurt.
badass-
Yeah, it's
No,
where they
no.
saw
Is
the
it
home
Go-Gurt
of the
yogurt?
largest tubes of yogurt.
Well, which one are you talking about? The yogurt factory?
They're like
or
body
the,
fat.
I don't know what it's called. It's Go-Gurt something, but they have a spoon with like a little ice cream engraving on it.
But this one was like nice. It looks
Go-Gurt World.
classy.
This looks classy too. It's purple.
It's actually like a metal.
Yeah,
silver.
purple is scientifically the classiest
Silver.
color there is.
Yeah, it's actually royalty, Matt Lane. They have to get the
That's why
dyes.
he's sitting in the purple chair.
Okay, but
I think
anyway,
Will should be.
it's a pretty
I'll
solid.
switch afterward.
It's a pretty enjoyable restaurant. I enjoyed it a lot.
So that's your hope for 2018,
I hope-
2020? What are yours?
When we go back in time at the end
hope
of this
for,
year.
My hope for 2020 is that the food is good. I can enjoy it with my friends. I'm not dead by the time that happens.
That's a good goal.
But
And the U.S. wins all the Olympic medals.
I was hoping Finland would
what
win.
about the Limbic medals?
The Olympic? No, that's for the other Olympics.
Wait, so what's it, your original question? Your hopes for 2020?
Yeah, does anyone here have any hopes for
Like,
2020?
what do you mean, like hopes? Like,
Like,
I
it's up to you. Like,
I
like
don't
it could be
know.
world hopes. It could be hopes
Video
for
game
yourself.
hopes.
It could be
I want to make
Work
money
peace.
off my art in 2020.
that's something.
I want to meet a girl
I want to live my
and
best
say
life.
hello, and then send her off.
You want to be
I
part of
want
the
to
best
lose
timeline?
weight. I want to lose 60 pounds next year.
Dude, do you want to go on keto together?
Man, I just want to get fucked up and play Tetris.
For all of 2020.
Hell yeah.
Every day.
Hey, that's living your best life.
Now, if I want to stream that.
You should.
Everyone go follow RudeDude on his newly found Twitch channel.
Hey, I don't
Yeah,
have
if
that
anyone
name.
wants to
I'm
follow
sure
me
someone
on
else
Twitch, I'm
would have that
Griffler
name.
Gaming.
Yeah.
If you want to find me at Twitch, twitch.tv/doesn't-exist.
Cheap, meter by the dozen at M Langer.
No.
Freaking hell, dude.
They've always taken for the Space Burst domain.
Oh yeah, Space Burst. I hope 2020 is a good year for them. Those guys are pretty cool.
Hey, man,
Space-
we're gonna get our
Space, am I right?
Space-
we're gonna get your guys' next Tom and Jerry video. It'll
It's been a big success.
We
Play
need
that game.
we need Paul.
It's
We
not
need
funny.
It
Paul
was a
more
trip.
band-aids. Paul needs more band-aids.
I'm
Reference to the Tom and Jerry video.
sorry, I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
Yeah, I guess
Dude,
so.
It's
You-
our it's
you
our
and-
highest
Once
grossing
it's
video.
out, I forget.
There was like a trend.
yeah.
It's pretty epic.
Actually, where was that? It's been a while since I've actually checked.
I think it's at 20,000.
Matt, what's your hope for
No,
2020?
no.
I want to make more things in 2020,
Like music,
like everything.
Love?
Yes.
movies.
I want to make more everything, more content, more music, more art, more food, more everything.
It's a good goal.
So, I'm starving for that. It's most of 2019. I was in a country where I wasn't able to do that. So now
Well,
I'm in a
look-
country where I can.
Let's feed you.
Yeah.
Feed you creativity.
I need to get eaten.
Feed you. Ew.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like that completely came out wrong. But yeah, let's.
Yeah, like
6.2.
I can say this for all of us. We all want to get some brain.
My hopes for 2020, I want to get eaten out.
Like a fucking pie eating contest.
What the hell?
Who do you want to lose to? Kobayashi.
Wait, no.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
whoever comes first.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll be.
All right.
New year, new me.
Hell yeah.
New dude, new screw. Am I right?
So let's end it here. Last little words, guys. Plug yourself before we end here.
Girthor.
All right. Twitter.com/Gerthor.
Yeah.
All right.
Ravenous Rust Gaming at YouTube.
Damn, really?
Your turn, Matt.
Oh, Space Burst.
At YouTube.
Yeah. Well, also Twitter, I guess, but we don't post on there.
I'm not ready. I'm going to make a new Twitch, and I don't want my Twitter to be public.
All right. So when that comes, right, we'll have
Can I
that.
have my Twitter follow?
Twitch.tv.
All right. We'll see.
/.
We'll hopefully see you guys in the next episode. But until then, I'm Matt Rasmussen, and for all of us here, we'll see you guys later.